Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's August the 2nd, so we're back from a wonderful trip to Vancouver and a visit with my daughter Madeline and her husband. And here we are with Psalm 42. As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, "Where is your God?" I remember these things as I pour out my soul. How would I go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude keeping festival? Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God. My soul is cast down within me, therefore I remember you. From the land of Jordan and of Hermon, from Mount Mizar. Deep calls to deep at the roar of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have gone over me. By day the Lord commands his steadfast love, and at night his song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life. I say to my God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? As a deadly wound in my bones, my adversaries taunt me, while they say to me all the day long, "Where is your God?" Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God. And that last bit is in verse 5 and also in verse 11, so it's a sort of little chorus that rings through this psalm. Every time I see the opening verses of this psalm, I'm remembered of that song. You know, there's a song, "As the Deer Pants." And we were playing that one time in rehearsal for a thing. And there was this little girl who knew like 3 chords on the guitar. And that's usually all you need to know, but a couple of the chords in that song she didn't know. And she wasn't very adept at switching between chords. So she'd sit there poised, and when we got to that one chord, she'd strum it hard. It was kind of fun. And so this song is kind of popular. The people know the psalm because of that song. As the deer pants for flowing streams, so my soul pants for you, O God. My soul thirsts for the living God. I don't know that we have a lot of that in our world today. I don't know that we have a lot of thirst for God. We have a lot of claptrappy talk about God, and we have a lot of people who get on the internet and thunder about this or that minor point of doctrine and condemn the rest of the world to hell for not agreeing with them. You know, we have a lot of that. I don't see a lot of thirsting after God. There are some people out there, of course, who do thirst for God and who teach, you know, that you should be thirsty for God. I heard a professor say many years ago that we should, one of the duties of preachers and of Christians in general is to make people thirsty. So we're the salt of the earth, and what does salt do? It makes you thirsty. So we should be out there making people thirsty for God. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, we have to be thirsty ourselves, thirsting after God. And secondly, we have to live our lives in a way that people look at us and go, "Ooh, whatever that is, I want that." You know, there's a story, and I don't know that this has any truth to it at all, but I heard it one time that in communist China, there was a village of people who were sort of political exiles and prisoners. And a man was sent there one time, and he was very quiet, and he didn't say anything to the people about what he believed. He just did what he was told and, you know, worked like they all did. Some sort of farm or something. And once the oppression ended and it was okay to talk, they all gathered around this guy and they said, "We don't know what it is that you worship or who whatever it is you've got, we want it. And he said, well, I follow Jesus. And they said, oh, who's Jesus? And he told them. And so they were made thirsty by this guy. And that's what we should be about as Christians, not so much proclaiming every time somebody does something wrong, but making people thirsty for what's good and what's right. So I hope you can do that today. Look around and throw some salt and see if you can make some people thirsty. Or maybe you just need to work on your own thirst for God. And we can talk about that maybe in the future. But, be thirsty, my friends. And have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.